Hi, everybody. It's that time again, and we are going to be beginning Module 5 this week. You're at the halfway point in the course, so you should be feeling really proud of yourself and all that you've accomplished. So let's go ahead and take a walk through Module 5. Click on that Content button and scroll down to Module 5, the Peer Review. Let's start by clicking on the Module Overview as usual. And you'll notice in the introduction that we are going to be focusing on improving our own writing skills by doing some peer review. So you're going to be working with another peer, and they're going to be taking a look at either your first or second milestone. Now, you don't have to wait until you have feedback from me on both milestones. You can just go ahead and dive right in. So I'll say a few more things about that as we walk through the rest of the module. So go ahead and click on that next button, and that will take you to our module activities. So we're going to be having a discussion on open-ended questions again. You should be kind of familiar with this process at this point in the class, since we've done it before. You'll notice that there's going to be a peer writing workshop. I'll explain a little bit of how that works in a minute. And there's a midterm reflection, and then I'm going to go over some more things about our final project. You'll see that there are some materials to read through, and what I really want to point out to you this week is the peer editing checklist and the midterm grade reflection. Now, you'll also see a link here that says collaborative revision activity, and you can go ahead and skip that. We will not be doing that in this class. So just move on down to the peer editing checklist, and that's what you're going to use in order to conduct your peer review. And then you'll notice also that there's some reading for this week. Go ahead and click on the next button. And once you get there, you'll see the open-ended discussions, questions, and that's going to be, you're going to prepare for this by reading Chapter 5 and Chapter 6, and of course that information is located as usual under the Module Activities tab. So you're going to be posting your 5 open-ended and 5 closed questions, and then by Sunday you'll be responding to your peers, at least 150 words per classmate, and of course the initial part of the discussion is due on Wednesday like usual. Go ahead and click the next button, and this is going to take you to the peer review. So in order to give feedback to your peers, you're going to start on Wednesday by posting either milestone 1 or milestone 2 on the Module 5 peer review discussion board. So you'll see a link to that board under the Module 5 section. And then by Sunday, you're going to be reviewing one of your peer milestones using that peer editing checklist that I pointed out under Module Activities. So you'll fill that out for your peer. You can select anyone, but please try to select somebody that has not yet had a peer review to make sure that everybody gets a peer review. And then once you've downloaded it, filled it out, you'll re-upload that as a reply to your peer, and then you'll also submit that to the peer review Dropbox for me to grade. So I won't be participating on the discussion board for the peer reviews because you will be getting my feedback through the grade book under the milestone tab. So, but I will be giving you a grade for your peer review activity. And what that means is that I'll be grading you on how you have filled out that peer editing checklist and the level of detail that you gave your peers during this peer editing process. Okay, so if you hit the next button, you'll see this Module 5 Assignment 1 Peer Writing Workshop. And so what this is here is where you're going to be submitting your peer editing checklist for my grading. So just to clarify, the peer review process is list into me an email. If you hit the next midterm reflection, so there's a midterm grade reflection document that you're going to be filling out. Now, you don't need to send this to my email address. You'll go ahead and upload your midterm reflection to the Dropbox, and I'll make some comments there on how I feel you're doing at the midterm. And you also have the opportunity to schedule a Zoom appointment with me if you feel like you need to go over anything in greater detail about what's happening in the class. So just go ahead and complete the midterm grade reflection document and submit it to the Module 5 assignment to Dropbox, and you'll be ready and set to go. So if you hit that next button, you're going to see that once again, the final project information is coming up. So this is really a checklist of where you should be at this point in your final project. Now, I did a long walkthrough in an earlier video, and you can, of course, go back and review that. It's in the announcements section on the home page. But just to point out where you should be at this point, you probably have read all of or most of the book for the project. You've selected one of the options that you're going to be working on, and now you're going to begin composing your final paper. Notice it says 1,500 words here, but in the project instructions, depending on the option that you choose, not all of them are as long as 1,500 words. So they each have a little bit of a different word count and some different instructions. So you can read through everything here again to remind yourself of what you're doing, but it's essentially the same information that you've been seeing all term. And so there's really nothing new. This is just sort of a checkpoint for you. So that's it for Module 5, and I'm available at any time. Just shoot me an email or sign up for a Zoom appointment with me, and we can go over anything that you might be struggling with or that you need some additional feedback on. And I hope you have a great week.